Staying with matters counties, or rather now former governors, tonight there is renewed trouble surrounding former Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko as ghosts of City Hall come haunting. 5 days after the court acquitted Sonko in a 20 million money laundering case, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions has appealed the acquittal of the former governor. The ODPP has gone to the High Court, saying the trial court disregarded important evidence and relied on an expunged charge sheet in acquitting Sonko and Anthony Otieno Ombok of ROG Security Limited. Brian Abuya has the details.
The Anti-Corruption Court on December 21st acquitted former Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko of all corruption charges relating to the loss of 20 million Kenya shillings in tender procurement at City Hall slightly over 3 years ago. Mike Sonko had been charged alongside Anthony Otieno Ombok, also known as Jamal, and the ROG Security Limited. The duo had been put at the center of a money laundering conspiracy where 20 million shillings was disbursed as an inducement to facilitate payments to Web Tribe Limited by the Nairobi County government. That was in January 2019. In throwing out the case against the controversial politician, the court cited lack of evidence. Chief Magistrate Douglas Ogoti terming the charges as defective and that the Nordin Haji-led prosecution had failed to adduce evidence identifying the companies that had been paid the bribes.
Wakenya waendelee kutuombea ili zile kesi zingine ambazo zimebaki pia tuweze kuachiliwa, kwa sababu nyote mnajua yale tulikuwa tunayapitia tukiwa kwa uongozi. Mtu fulani alikuwa anataka kucontrol Nairobi, kwa hivyo tukaekewa makosa.
But after 5 days a free man, Sonko is not out of the woods yet. The ODPP, dissatisfied with the judgment, has appealed against the entire ruling and the acquittal, arguing that the Douglas Ogoti court relied on extraneous reasons as a basis for acquitting Sonko and the ROG Security Director. Senior Assistant Director of Public Prosecutions Christine Nanjala has laid down 11 points in the appeal, discrediting the Ogoti judgment. The DPP says the magistrate grossly misdirected himself by relying on an old charge sheet filed in court on January 27, 2020, in making a finding that the charges were defective and disregarded the substituted charge sheet filed in September of the same year. In the appeal, Nanjala says the court disregarded the evidence on record, and most importantly that of 19 prosecution witnesses, and failed to make a finding on whether or not the prosecution had established its case against the suspects. That the magistrate failed to consider the submission and authorities of the prosecution, instead largely relied on the suspect's submissions, leading to the acquittal. The DPP says the trial court failed to make a finding on each and every count as per the amended charge sheet. Brian Abuya, NTV.